I'm going to take you on a journey and tell you a story. So we have all wondered about our calling and our purpose. That's what this episode is about. It's about your calling and your purpose. And I'm going to tell you two stories, and we're going to walk through some practical ways for us to grow in and see our calling. All right, if you're creative, go ahead and click that subscribe button as your free subscription to this content, and click the like button as your contribution. You were made on purpose, and with purpose, you matter. God is calling you to Him. If you have accepted Jesus' invitation, you have been given the same Spirit that resurrected Jesus from the dead. You are like a blazing fire with the power to change every setting you walk in. Your whole story changed in a moment, and now you have the spirit of power, love, and sound mind. Let's unlock more of the power, more of the love, more of the sound mind, the very mind of God, the genius now given to you, ready to shine in your creativity. Maybe you're a filmmaker, music artist, graphic artist, video creator, photographer, or fine art is your focus, and so on. Leave in the comments what your current focus is and a link to your work if you'd like, so we can all check it out. Either way, you're a creative because you were created to be. Look around you. All of this is God's creation, and it was made on purpose, and so were you. So we have to look to God to discover our calling. God will reveal your gifts to you. He'll show you how to use them and why to use them. God gives the direction you need. Your calling is your direction from God. So whether or not you believe in God, you're not watching this video by chance. So this is an invitation for you to keep watching, because it's just about to get really good. Now let's take a moment to listen to God together, no matter where you are in your faith. Close your eyes and just take at least 10 seconds just to listen. Okay, so you can do this regularly. Take time just to listen. This will be the beginning for those of you who are looking for your calling to actually discover it. Now, let me tell you a story about a prophet named Samuel. Samuel, when he was young, probably around 12 years old, was sleeping, and God called out to him. Now, Samuel lived with an older prophet. His name was Eli. So he went to Eli and he said, I heard you called me, because he heard someone calling his name in the night and he didn't know God's voice. Now this happened repeatedly, and each time Eli said, go back to bed. Probably like any parent or guardian would as a kid woke you up in the middle of the night. However, the third time, because Eli knew God's voice, he knew Samuel was hearing from God. And he said, this is key. Go back to your bed and wait and listen. And when you hear God's voice, say, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. That's what I'm talking about. Not going off and searching and seeking, but waiting on your calling and cultivating a heart posture that says, speak, Lord, your servant is listening. So when it comes to calling, the key part is that you even have ears to hear, and you give God that time and space to speak. He will speak, He will call, no matter where you're at. Its calling is not something necessarily like one giant vision over time about the rest of your life. It's about just continually each day having that heart posture that says, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. I encourage you to do this regularly. You find your direction in life by looking to God directly. In a spiritual wilderness, I sought God and had a life-changing encounter with Jesus, who led me out of the wilderness. God showed me His character of compassion and passion. God revitalized not only my faith, but my imagination, and I realized He is my inspiration. Then God led me to the book of Exodus, where I came across Bezalel and a creative movement that informed my calling of starting One More Step, and a vision of God's people creating content that will impact the world and lead the creative industries in our lifetime. People filled with the Holy Spirit, everyone who stirs in their hearts brilliant lights for this dark world. God gives life purpose, meaning, and direction. This is just the beginning. This is episode 1. If you haven't already, subscribe and like this so that YouTube knows that you want to see this again and you want to see the next stuff that's coming. Let's step into what God has for us together.